Well, I'm in Amarillo, Texas. And Amarillo is near the Panhandle, the base of it in Texas. And everybody seems to know it for Cadillac Ranch, where a guy took 10 Cadillacs and buried them nose deep in the ground. And now they're all just graffitied, painted. But I'm going to show you some other things around in Amarillo that have its own little unique flair. One of them is where I'm at now. One of them, I'm sitting in the parking lot of it. Let me take you outside and show it to you. This is the Big Texan Steak Ranch. What it means is, if you can eat a 72-ounce steak in 1 hour, it's free. And they have the Longhorn Hotel here, the Cattleman's Hotel. They got Godzilla right there with Texas boots on. How about that? And here's the Big Texan restaurant. How's that for a steer? They even have their own brewery, brewed on site. It's a little too early in the morning for a beer. Alrighty, I went inside. They don't have postcards. So, on to the next stop. Let me show you what Amarillo has to offer. Amarillo is also known for the American Quarter Horse Hall of Fame and Museum. And unfortunately, due to COVID, it is closed. But look at some of these great sculptures here. Refrigerator. This is Dash for Cash. Dash for Cash started in 25 races and finished first in 21 of them. Big horse. As I mentioned, it's closed, but hours of operation are normally Tuesday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Western tradition, roping cattle using quarter horses. Another thing Amarillo has is an RV museum. Let's go see if we can get inside. Follow the red lines. I'll get to see the museum. In the bedroom. Lots of drawers. Avion, not an Airstream. This is a pickup camper. Fridge. Complete book of camping. Okay, anybody know their molecules? We got any chemists in the house? So what molecule structure is that? I'll tell you, it's helium. This is the Helium Time Capsule Monument. Or the Helium Time Columns. The Helium Time Columns are so much more than just a 66-foot tall sculpture of 4 stainless steel columns. Each leg of the sculpture is a time capsule. With artifacts, letters, and knowledge from 1968 stored inside a helium atmosphere. These time capsules were set to be opened 25, 50, 100, and 1,000 years after the statue dedication in 1968. Attached under the sculpture is a model of a helium atom. The sculpture is also a sundial marking the time of the days that houses the sculpture. Time, if I can get it to show, is 12:43 p.m. And if you follow this out, it's not quite to the 12 mark, the shadow, but we're in daylight savings time. So 11:43 going to 12, that's right. Good old sundial. In case you didn't know, Amarillo, Texas is the helium capital of the world, and that's why this monument's here. A large quantity of the world's commercial helium is found within a 250-mile radius of Amarillo. Linked to the natural gas industry, most helium is produced by a byproduct distilled during natural gas refinement. You've heard of Guardians of the Galaxy. How about Guardians of the Art? This is actually a time capsule to be opened in the year 2034. How about that? You can get burgers, beef burgers, ordered out and served to you out of a barrel. This barrel burger has been here since 1937. You can get 4 quarter-pound hamburgers for $13. How's that for a landmark? At the Centennial Plaza, Amarillo. And if you want to move a ball of granite, you can. It's floating on water. Look at the fountains here. And they all lead up to a ball of granite. A floating ball of granite. I'm going to change direction. Just push. It's heavy, but it's floating on water. Kind of neat. Another thing to see in Amarillo. And yes, historical Route 66 goes through Amarillo. Let's take a drive down there and see what we can see. Route 66 through Amarillo. Here's some of the rebuilt section of Route 66. There's an art gallery, antique malls, stores, restaurants. Mr. Fish. Costume Castle is coming up on Halloween next month. Got a haunted house here. And about 6 miles south of Amarillo off of I-27, you go to Sundown Lane and you get to see a huge pair of legs. All right, west of Amarillo on I-40, you have Cadillac Ranch. If you go through Amarillo and head east and go about 30 miles east of Amarillo, you have Slugbug Ranch. Yep, not 10 of them, but there's slug bugs buried nose down. Let's go look. Yep. Slugbug Ranch. Got 5 of them. Graffiti and all. Well, that's it for me in Amarillo. There's lots more to see and do. There's the floating mesa, which is northwest of Amarillo. There's a Buddhist temple. There's the Texas Space and Air Museum. And if you drive south, there's the first and tallest windmill that was placed in Texas Panhandle. There's also the Paladura Canyon, which is sometimes referred to as Texas's Grand Canyon. And there's a couple state parks. It's just beautiful around here. So if you're ever in Amarillo, don't just drive through. Stop and take a gander and look around. You'll be glad you did. Look at my camp spot for tonight. This is a picnic area with a great view. And this is free. I drove up on that road to get here. It's a little hazy, but boy, look at that. Yeah, buddy. Loving it. Hey, everyone. Hope you're having fun. I am, and you should be too. Well, Rose got a notice in the mail saying that she had to report for jury duty. Rose thought that was strange because once you get past a certain age, you don't have to do jury duty anymore. So she called up the county clerk's office. And she said, I got this notice for jury duty. I'm past 80 years old. I shouldn't have to serve. And the clerk said, well, you have to fill out a paperwork to let us know that. And Rose said, I did. I filled one out last year. And then the clerk said, oh, well, you have to fill one out every year. And Rose said, why? Do you think I'm getting younger?